Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jessica Dean.
And I'm Natasha Brown. Yuki Washington is off today. President Trump is on his way home from the summit in Singapore. The United States and North Korea agreed to begin the process of denuclearizing the Korean peninsula, but it offers no detail about what that work will entail. President Trump and Kim Jong-Un's historic meeting led to this moment.
The letter that we're signing is very comprehensive, and I think both sides are going to be very impressed with the result.
The two leaders signed a document which they say will lead to a denuclearized Korean peninsula.
We also agreed to vigorous negotiations to implement the agreement as soon as possible. And he wants to do that.
But the details of how and when North Korea will abandon its nuclear program have not been worked out, and there is no language on how to verify they will comply. Meanwhile, President Trump has agreed to end what he calls war games with South Korea.
We have right now 32,000 soldiers in South Korea, and I'd like to be able to bring them back home.
The president has said more meetings will need to happen in order to implement these agreements, and he's invited Kim Jong-Un to the White House at some point in the future.
I think it's really going to be something that will be very important, and he has accepted. I said at the appropriate time. We want to go a little bit further down the road.
But there is some doubt the North Koreans will follow through with their promise. They've made these kind of deals before, only to later renege.
Today is the beginning of an arduous process. Our eyes are wide open, but peace is always worth the effort, especially in this case.
Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is now headed to China and South Korea to brief their leaders on the negotiations. Well, President Trump has said in the past that taking nuclear weapons out of North Korea could happen very quickly.
But today he acknowledged it could take a long time, and here's why. Experts believe North Korea has enough material for up to 30 nuclear weapons. There are up to 100 sites spread throughout the nation that inspectors would like access to, and the U.S. wants every nuclear weapon destroyed and the parts shipped to a lab in Tennessee. That process alone could take up to 10 years. CBS Evening News anchor Jeff Glor remains in Singapore tonight. He will broadcast live from there at 6:30, right after Eyewitness News at 6 o'clock.